In this video, we're going to look at how to create a confidence interval estimating a population mean using the t-distribution. So this problem says, suppose you are a researcher in a hospital, you're experimenting with a new tranquilizer. You collect data from a random sample of 10 patients. The period of effectiveness of the tranquilizer for each patient in hours is as follows. And so we see a range of values from 2 to 2.9. So the first question is, what is a point estimate for the population mean length of time? And then we're supposed to construct a 90% confidence interval for the population mean length of time. So the point estimate is the sample statistic. Since we're estimating the mean, the population mean, we want the sample mean. So we could just add all these numbers up with our calculator and divide by 10. I'm going to get StatsKingdom to do this for us. So I'm going to go ahead and copy these, and let's just go ahead and do this interval. And then one of the things that it tells us is the sample mean. So StatsKingdom.com is what we want to go to. And then scroll down till we see, oh, did I miss it? Yeah, confidence intervals. And we're estimating the mean. So now we have raw data. And we'll just paste that in. And outliers included. Do you know the population standard deviation sigma? They never gave that to us, so no, we don't know it. So we're going to leave this as is and use the t-distribution. And then our confidence level was 90%. And I think, let's see, 4 decimal places, Yeah, so that ought to be okay to just leave this with 4 decimal places. Calculate. Okay, so here we have our mean confidence interval, and up here it's rounded to 2 decimal places. And so mean is the mean of the data, so 2.49. So it must have worked out to be a decimal that terminates after 2 places. And then our confidence interval, we need to use parentheses for an open interval. And what did it say? 2 decimal places for this. So I can be super lazy and look up there if I want. 2.28, 2.7. Okay, and what does it mean to be 90% confident in this problem? There's a 90% chance that the confidence interval contains the population mean. So this is how I think of confidence intervals, but this second one, 90% of all simple random samples of size 10 from this population will result in confidence intervals that contain the population mean. This is maybe more precise, so I don't know why it was selected to start with, but we're going to keep it selected. And then the confidence interval contains 90% of all samples. That doesn't really even make sense in this context. Okay, suppose that the company releases a statement that the mean time for all patients is 2 hours. Is this possible? So yes, it's possible that the true mean is 2, which would be outside of our interval. That is possible. Is it likely? Well, since 2 is outside of our interval, no, it's not likely. And, as is often the case, my open math doesn't always specify what likely is. And so we're just going to go with 10% as being unlikely. So let's see if we got that right. Okay, looks good. So that was creating a confidence interval for a population mean when we don't know the population standard deviation, and using StatsKingdom.